I feel every transaction gives you a point. So multiple transactions equals multiple points. And multiple points give you a better chance to go to the Total Energies CAF African Cup of Nations Cote d'Ivoire 23 finals. So grab yourself a prepaid card now or create a virtual card for all your online transactions and book a seat at AFCON 2023 finals. Terms and conditions apply. Echo Bank, the Pan-African Bank. It's time for Africa. We don't worry about the connection at all. There's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. Small dollar sale. I can reach out my West Mongolia and enjoy with confidence.
To activate, dial star 888# or subscribe via My Orange app. $1 gives you 50 minutes on net calls and 5 minutes off net calls, or the same dollar gives you 500 megabytes of data. Valid 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network, certified by Ookla second time in a row. Visit our
So let's take few of your calls right there on 0776296659. 0776296659 right there on the segment. Talk to your leaders. Very short they will bring you Madam Cecidios here with you. She's pretty seated. Smarty move. She always smarty. I know she can get angry. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you, brother.
Morning to Liberia. This is Emmanuel Tusia. I joined you this morning on the street. This morning, my attention has been drawn to the discrepancy and the controversial at the Central Bank of Liberia regarding the consolidated account. Thankfully, on the website of Central Bank, they have come with a release and telling the Liberian people the actual money in the consolidated account is $40 million.
How much?
$40 million plus. Go to the Central Bank, Western, and you see that. So now, I want to say to President Waka to do the needful thing, because we feel they close and confident and they are very structured. Look at Jacob Akodi, and he himself is important to a huge infrastructure development.
Okay, let me talk to this person too, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Auguste. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning.
City. But one thing I'm calling on our president. We are all in the cabinet ministry and 15 have been called. In the three ministry, labor ministry, labor, energy, and post and telecommunication. I'm asking them to please get my community a share. Because we phone up for President Waka and he said, all 30 will have equal share. And now, all the leaders have been called when I hear my community. Thank you so much.
My man, Waka na BP. My give you can. What are you watching for? Waka na BP. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Chief. All right, this guy is not attentive. Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Let me say good morning to Corey's and the Liberian people. My name is Fred Joma, and I phoned me this morning from District 2, Loma Gidi County.
Okay,
Where I'm costing this morning is very right about the Robert International Airport. You know, it is a risk to have an acting security director at a particular place. And secondly, I want to recommend to the president this morning that we have qualified my GBS in the system. Some of them have worked for 25 years now at our airport, you know, coming from truly ring and fast and acceding to deputy post manager and post manager. So the issue of having political appointment, people from other parts of the country within our airport as director, I think it is not in the interest of the Liberian. So I trust we are encouraging the president to give a slot. Even it could be the airport, get a civil aviation, and any other ministry that the president is prioritizing Nigeria where we are yet to see any Nigeria be appointed in the government. Thank you for taking me.
Thank you. We'll take just two more. We'll get to our guests. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, and let me say good morning to Courage Studio. My name is Joe Kamo. I joined this morning for my comfort zone in investigation town, Lower Makili County.
Kamo, let's hear you.
Yeah, people are question. I want to join you this morning to appeal to Mr. President in Pastor Joseph Yuma Boka. We are currently appealing to you. For some of us, we hail from Makili County, and we have a lot of competent Makilians that live within Makili. We are begging your indulgence, Honorable President. Can you please look into some of our people faces here to appoint them to some of the people? They are qualified. And Mr. Lumon, one of the chief, one of the deputy is having like over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel it.
Yeah, just take that person and go
Good
to our
morning.
guest.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, quickly, Bob. Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you. Well, I do support the appointment that President Walker is carrying on. I recommend at the national security to complete the security setups that we have one of our trained security or personnel, Dr. Buffer Chambers. I recommend that he take charge of the national security of this country because I know what Dr. Chambers can do. So President Walker, it is my recommendation, please. Dr. Buffer Chambers in charge of the national security of this country.
You think President Walker can do it when former Speaker Chambers is from the CDC?
That's part from the CDC. This is a government of inclusion.
Okay.
The government, they know once you qualify and competent for the job. I trust our woman Walker, he will surely do that.
Okay. That security area say like I want security area for PYJ and the MDRO because because if the president can nominate a justice minister and later on would do it got the chairman for the MDRO nominated, then you should be looking that direction.
Well, we will pray to God that God will touch his heart and he will think
God. Bobby Allison, thank you, Chief. God,
Okay.
a lot of prayer requests.
Thank you. Let's go to our guest.
Sure.
That's more prayer request before God. Nana, God said,
Hey, man, let's go to God.
but man, you know what somebody told me? They said when you visit the old man office, small paper, all type of small paper just before the old man. So what he did, he just packed all and put it in one brown folder and put it so when he asking, I say, boy, and our people already here. Let me now go to our guest, Madam Cecilia Siaweti, the president of the Women Movement Liberia. She's here. Good morning. What are you laughing? Okay. By the way, how you doing? Okay. How's the women movement? How is it? They say she got fake credentials. So it comes to you, the female now, you're not pushing the issue of qualification. You will pushing contacts. Is she one of the persons that your movement recommended? Because I know you're the women movement of this country recommend. Is your group? That would delay the workings of the country. Your movement is among institutions that are recommending people. Did you recommend some of your women? Okay, now let's get to President Bwaka's nominations. What do you make of his nominations, especially from mm, your drugs?
You know, I knew we had a president that would put his foot down to say, look, we have to make sure that this drug move on the market. And he is just saying we'll take it there. That means you don't want it in this country to destroy us. Before right behind my house, it was not easy. We have to force it through the children becoming general real ends. You know, you can't control it. So we need a president that will take that kind of decision right now to save the nation, to save our generation.
Will you follow suit? Yeah. Are you willing to take the drug test as well?
Yes. You know, I will take it. I want to take the drug test once. If they allow every citizen to go online and take it, you know, some of us will take it. You know what I mean? But the one that he's doing right now is good. And then when it comes to
the appointments. Yeah. Yeah.
People go to the office and you know, they get treated for free. And he will do the right thing. All these raping, the children, the raping women, the killing people, nobody can even look at it.
There are reports that he's conflicted. The matter of fact, he's from the MDR, being recommended by Senator Prince Johnson and the MDR.
Anybody running around there? Senator Johnson, anybody that comes from Senator Johnson Day, I think that's qualified because this man, all the time you see the time, you always see Senator Johnson or apartment complex, this one building in the wall.
I mean,
now he's even building a school and building a college and all that. He take up people, anybody coming from a camp, that take up him. So what now? Proposing anybody come from Senator Johnson camp is a problem. I don't think it's a problem. All that people that come together and build this country.
Are you not afraid that he's from a party and he might be taking decisions based on party lines?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Councilor Pratt would do that. He's a good man. He's been being in the law team for a long time. It's not just because they're making him just a minister. The man got a law firm. He has been doing well.
What do you think he's appointed for?
Why he appointed for? Because he was being able to do the right thing. He was being all the drug addicts and those drug dealers and for rob people and people who went around killing people and raping.
Jaso Sigbe, her appointment as Minister of Education.
I've been listening to her. From high school now, he has to write a letter. Most of the children go to school, they don't think they leave. I think the principal, talking about principal in the school. The principal in the school, and then they will make sure that each children stay in class, they will treat them well.
She's not confirmed yet. The Senate is still holding her confirmation.
Yeah, I've been listening to where all she did is put it in line. Our country is vital. Go to Ghana. You see, third grade students in Ghana, you see like the person is in high school. So this country, when people come into rescue certain situations, the country is to allow it. We shouldn't call it because of this and that. Then we come to the CCU, they say that they should confirm AB command. Because they don't want to be the container of drugs behind their houses.
Did they say so?
Yeah, I read on the news this morning. They are some group into the CDC. They will not run for AB command. AB command will strengthen that place. He will run behind those drug dealers. He will make sure that you bring them to justice.
Does he have a track record of that?
Look at what he did with the police. He was 102. What he did, the motorcycle, the bartender, nobody on the street that time. So we should look at qualified people. This country has been, been down for a long time. Now we have the president, we have the father of the nation that will lead us. So people so confused, thinking that they will confuse their own name. You can't be confused defending people. Oh, he's been government for long. Yes, that the experience that he's bringing on them.
Are you speaking because you want a government job as well?
Yeah, give me job fine. I'm not human being. I'm human being like any other person. Give me job fine.
Have you submitted?
I have to talk. Let's talk about what happened first. I'm not talking for myself right now.
No, but you can't be fronting for others when you are not best suited.
That's how the word is. When Nelson Mandela went to jail for 27 years, before he came and became president, he was there thinking about himself. You got to think about other people.
So are you not afraid that you'll be left over?
Well, fine. But you know what happened? They were saying, nah, no, Musa Billy. He said, how you know him? How you know him? Yeah, I know him. They were saying, nah, I know the president before. He said, how you know the president? So somebody becomes somebody important. You have to know that person.
Have you submitted your CV?
Well, I'm not worrying about my CV. I'm worrying about what's going on now. You see, the president took over on the 2nd. Things had to move fast.
On the 22nd.
On the 22nd, things had to move fast. He's doing it. When the tension one, no, they want to go. When the tension one, they want to go a big now. So that gave the president a chance. And I appeal to the Senate. Then they use their wise decision to do the right thing. So the country can't be, on one thing over and over and over and over, then the time going. Over 2 weeks now. Someone be on the thing. They want to good. They want a criminal. Everybody is a criminal. Somebody put in the society that will be able to do the right thing.
There are outcry that the president is delaying in making appointments and in making sure that, but now he has his entire cabinet set up.
Look at what's happening now. A group went this way. Oh, the other person not good. When you call the other one, look at it. Graduate, come on, not good. Graduate have been in the security thing for a long time too. These guys are pro that they got experience. Their country right now, we need people who will do the job right now.
Does he still have the energy? Does he still have the energy?
Yeah, Graduate a young guy. He got the energy. Graduate and
Kumar?
all the guys, they will make sure the drug dealer in this country is too much. You see? So the thing that they can just come in the country, those drug dealers coming from all over the country to kill our citizens. We need somebody who will run behind them. Somebody who will not care for the bag of money.
Do you support the issue of the World Economic Crime Schools establishment?
Nobody is afraid of it. Who is afraid of economic and crime court? When I go to the CCSC, I will go and defend myself. They war are happening in this country, right? Look at what happened to Israel. Israel Prime Minister, will you take him to war crime court? When they went and kill the people, killing the Israelis, sleeping, they didn't do nothing to anybody. They Hamas went and started killing them. So when the people go after them, they see a criminal. Nobody has put a wrong way to war crime court. When they bring it and say just going, but the person will go defend themselves. Nobody, they war crime court or not, or they come to hostage.
You might fall in.
Who went those days? I was not here, I was in America, but those people were going around, when you go man, they live in their house, crime man, live in their house, your man, live in their house. They should go to war crime court too. So you might have plenty, you might have a big jailhouse to carry everybody. Because if you are in the country to the war, and you point a finger at somebody that jail man in their household, they go kill that jail man. And you responsible?
You might.
Jail man or crime man, and you responsible?
You might be falling with Senator Prince Johnson.
I will develop this country. Investors are coming. You know what I mean? People want to come right now because of President Rocket. People are coming. They want to invest their money. But we will take time. They want a criminal. They want unsanctioned. They want unsanctioned. The American people who bring in sanction on our people. You know how many money they take from other countries? We don't put sanction on them. So if we talk about sanction, we'll deal our people here ourselves. They don't have right to put sanction on our people.
So you sure you do not support the sanction placed on Liberian leaders by America?
Let's do it ourselves. If I'm criminal, let me go to criminal court. They say CSC will tell a criminal. But when the white man got a right to be putting sanction on our people, you can't move around. You think it's right? You think George Bush will go to war crime court? George Bush.
They want you to be transparent.
Okay, how about them too? That leave them alone. That country is backward. Look at Guinea. Look at Sierra Leone. Look at Ghana. But the people just, on our back. What happened? I think they should leave us alone to do our own thing in our country. We got a courthouse here. If somebody commit crime here, we'll take them to court. But we have the right for American people who not doing nothing for Liberia. What is it for us?
America?
Yes. Look at us. When they say you $1 million will bring somebody who will make 100,000 a month. You don't see all that. Let them bring company. All the big company in America, let them bring the company. You see Donald Trump? He said America first. You're not talking about any other country.
Are you not afraid that you may fall in problem with America?
I will not fall in problem with them because you know the left will take it. You see Donald Trump? He's telling the truth. And they're behind him, they want you to be president again. Tell the people how you feel. Why do to America before they will get behind you? Because I said they will leave all alone. Let them bring the money. Let them bring company. Right now, the country is in a mess. The government try to put it to the right place. They will not put pressure on the government.
Now that they have sanctioned some of your government officials, to include your former Senator Nukwe, Bill Tuare, former president, the Minister of State, Nathaniel McGill. Now that they have sanctioned all of these people, Prince Johnson is also sanctioned. What do you?
I know you're going to call him everything. Oh, Senator Johnson.
Hey, name is there.
He's not afraid of sanction.
Is he not sanctioned?
He is not afraid of war crime. He is not afraid. They may give him life.
Now that America has sanctioned them, what do you want America to do?
What we want them to do? Let them take care of their own thing over there. Every day they kill people over there. Every day you go to the gas station, somebody can put gun to your head. You coming from where somebody, we worry about our citizens in America. Let America take care of their own problem. We love them. We want them to come and help us. We got iron ore here. We got plenty that will get our money.
You want them to remove the sanction?
Yeah. Let them move it. Let them run around free and bring our money back. If they feel like they take our money, how they will bring the money back? When you put hand on their hand and their feet, how they will bring it back? They will live here. So we will deal with them here.
Do you want your government, the Bwaka administration, to go after those people who have been talked about, student?
Yeah, you will go after them. But then the American people take the heck off our people here in their feet. They can't move around. They can't move around. How do you think the people are going to bring the money back? If they think that the people stole money from here, how do they bring the money back? All the big companies in America, they take it to China, they take it to different countries. Let them bring it to Liberia. Because Americans will owe us. We'll be on them for too long. Let them bring a big company here. That's how people get to work.
But what are you not asking the sanction officials as well to challenge the sanction instead of you calling on America to stop doing what they're doing? If somebody coming. And they embrace him. They congratulate him.
To do your work. They will say, you've been government for a long time. You are vice president for 12 years. You know everything. Nobody can fool you. But then they get our chance. We happy with America.
Where will you want to work if Ambassador Brackay called upon you for appointment or to place in government? Where will you? It seems to be you have vision for the country. It seems to be you have vision for the country. People like you good to be in government. So where will you want to? No. Bessler.
Education minister, she's qualified. People qualified women, people qualified men in this country. But when they touch it, well, no, don't touch it, don't touch it. What I'm going to say, I'm not against America. I love America. But what I'm going to say, let them work with us. Let them work with us. We will work with them. We love them. We've been with them for a long time. They are our big, they are our far. You know what I mean? But they must get a chance to breathe.
Yeah, now just put your phone on silent, please. Let me ask you this, because this issue is trending. It has to do with this drug. What do you want the legislature to do as it relates to this drug law? The drug law?
Yeah, the drug law. They bring good people like A.B. Kumar, then, you know, the police. the ministry, those people consider cry. Not because you're coming from King Johnson and the Johnson party, that's wrong. Let's look at the man qualification.
There are other people who are also competent and qualified in the land. What are you so interested of these people? But you are just specific with Kumar and Gregory Kumar and that of Kura.
Johnson is the man who I think you should go visit him one day or sit with him.
Senator Johnson?
Yes, very nice. Nice man.
He assess people?
Our children, when you go around and talk to the young people. Look at what he's doing. He built university, he built school. If somebody comes from the party, his chairman, to be just a minister, you know that he's going to work hard.
Now, let's get to the issue of appointment. Like I ask you, the president, the public outcry is that the president is slow in the appointment. You think all through the president was running campaign, being a major opposition, he never thought that he would have won the election. That's why he's so slow in the appointment. One would say he had too many times because he was pronounced president since November the 4th.
I think he would bring down to Liberia. People are looking at us like we better be business. Anywhere you go now, you say you're from Liberia, people say, Liberia, y'all are right people. This is a peaceful country. Now we're seeing about the Americans. The Americans love us, we love them. All the Liberians living in America, you think Liberians supposed to be suffering for visa?
I know you are a Cecilia person, and the president has always talked of reconciliation, of in him as maintaining the peace. Are there people within the CDC government that you think Bwaka should maintain in their respective position because of their performances? I'm asking you, are there people you think President Bwaka should retain who worked in the government of President Weah that is based on their performances? Okay, let me be specific. Like for instance, you hear people telling you that Emma Glasgow did well with NAFA, so there should be no need of changing her. So I'm asking as to whether there are people, because from your own observation, you've been in this country for a very long time. You know people who have done some works, and you know people who did not perform. Then why would you want to be bringing back Gregory Como and that of Kumar when in fact they served? Let me see your statement as being contradicted, because you said if you ask the question, if someone served for 5 years on a job, what the essence of you still being there? What the essence?
Somebody who Nigerian drug dealer or whosoever drug dealer or Liberian drug dealer will bring a bag of money and say, look, we have our ghetto here, don't go there. Somebody will say, I will go there because I want to save this country. I want to rescue my country. I don't have time for that.
Buema Kamara, the last Minister of Finance, under former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is brought back as Minister of Finance. You think he has anything different to offer that ministry?
I don't know him.
He has been appointed again.
Okay.
He worked as...
We need professional people who will come and put things in order. I'm telling you, if we mind this year, we'll be sitting here again like this.
What's the percentage of women do you want in the cabinet of President Boakai? Not 10%, 15, not 20. Will 5% of women be okay? Why if you giving 15 persons?
We don't want normal. If I tell you say 15 persons, what is 50 people qualify? Yeah, I will say 15 persons. No.
Since women are productive, will you prefer Boakai cabinet members to be majority to be women? Majority to be women, right? So you suggest that majority of the cabinet members be women? No, I said majority. No, and I'm not saying all. I said majority. Maybe 10%, 90%, 85%, 75%. In the majority, 65%. So no, I'm only asking because I know you women can advocate for one another, and I know so you want 65%. Zero 776296659 0776296659. She wants 65% of women in the Boakai cabinet to be in President Boakai cabinet. She won about 65%. She won majority because she believes that the women can work. Of course, Madam Cecilia Siawetie is the president of the Women Movement of Liberia. She's here this morning as our first segment guest. 9:15 this morning, that's Honorable Presidio Cooper of District 5, Montserrat County, will be our second segment guest at 9:15. Madam Presidio Cooper, she's the representative of District 5, Montserrat County. But let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Mohammed F. Balo. I do join from District 15 to be precise, like your community.
Okay, Mohammed.
Let me say kudos to your studio girls, and let me say thank you to the two breakfast show this morning. Their issues has been discussed, and I'll be lamenting on two very key points.
Right.
Firstly, the war and economic crime code, being established in Liberia. While Liberia will always in a position of making mistakes, you can retrospect. Let me drag you to the 2003 to 2004 when we were called for the peace treaty in Ghana.
Right.
Where a multitude of Liberian politicians, top politicians, and women organizations are also present.
Right.
And it was spearheaded by Lima Bowie, and then the warring faction heads, they were all there. Former President Eli Johnson Sirleaf were also there. And then the mistake that the Brent people made,
the TRC?
The TRC were also there. The War and Economic Crime Corps were there. They all see it, and then they jump over, they take TRC. Okay, great. They have taken the TRC. And the TRC, there was a prescribed rules. If you are partaking into the war.
So, in short, you now support the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code. You want the TRC to be implemented.
Okay, 30 years, but they accepted the TRC 30 years. They said,
brother, you would not have the loss of time. We'll ask the question. Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning to Madam Cecilia. This is the man what to see I know you on this visit. And I'm very sorry and very frustrated this morning, especially when I listened to your guest. And she said that if you go out of Liberia now, the image that Liberia have outside there is, and that is not true.
Have you gone out there since this election?
And let me give you factual
Tosia, have you gone out there since his election and induction into office? Because perhaps she has gone outside there and she has listened to some things.
And basically, I'm giving you a very good source, right? And you need to do due diligence also to your guest in studio, whether she has gone out there and given sort of information.
I asked her whether she has an experience. She said yes.
So the image that Librarian have after there is damaging now. Instead of expressing of President Waka.
Okay, let me hold you there. It's damaging. Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking my call.
Reverend Ake?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I listened to the young lady in studio, and I appreciate her, for appealing to the Liberian people.
Yo, I know she your sister calling young lady.
A lady's always young.
70. Somebody in 70 calling young lady. Not because her voice so sweet and young.
Wonderful lady.
Okay.
Okay. Just a few points I'd like to make real quickly. One, I agree Mr. Johnson has the right to ask for anybody to become whoever he wants. That's fine. I can do the same, and you can do the same.
Right.
When it comes to the United States of America, she says interfering, I will disagree with her on that part. If she give me $1 million to invest in a nonprofit entity, and I don't invest it, or I invest it, she has the right to come and to ask me what I did with the money. And if she finds corruption in me, she can remove me or recommend that I be removed from whatever position I am, or at least let the world know that this person is corrupt.
Okay.
So she has to understand there's a balance here between the United States and Liberia. The United States helps Liberia a lot. And she can't say what they've done for us. We know that she just called the United States our big brother and so forth. So why is she looking at the United States in that way? Okay, this is the last point, Mr. Augustine Sir. If you have a country that has a new president, that president should be able to be given a little bit of space to be able to choose the person that the country require. And she knows that too, and she said that, which I agree with.
But Mr. Lake, the thing here is President Bwaka has been president since he was announced. And even before the second round of the campaign, when we thought that he already had a cabinet member, he had a photo on his arms.
But don't forget that wasn't a lot of time. That was not a lot of time. From November to January
22nd. Yes. He could not find all of the cabinet members.
4,000 people, I believe, that need to be appointed by Mr. Bwaka. He needs to be careful. So that
no, we're not talking about the assistant directors or the assistant, but I think Minister Purpose and Director Purpose at government lines, ministry and agencies. But now, even before his first State of the Nation address, to be very frank, the president should have all those people in place now.
Sorry, let me just say this quickly.
Yeah.
If you want warp speed, fine. That's fine with me. That's fine with everybody, probably. And we wish it could happen that way.
Okay.
We need to be able to scrutinize people who are coming into our government, so the mistakes won't be made that way.
Okay. And that's why we got it. That's why we got it. Senate. Therefore, if you appoint people that they will be scrutinized. Let me talk to somebody on the line. Good morning. We got to take sports. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Balo Mohammed F. from District 15.
Boalo, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much again. On the appointment issue, we do not, make any error to vote Honorable Joseph Newman Boakai.
That one, whether he made error now, it will you for 6 years. So just go to the issue.
It's true. What I'm saying this is that since 1847, I believe, we need kind of a partnership, international partner that decide where we this government. It shows, it makes us to understand that indeed, if we give a chance to the president-elect, the current president, something good actually will happen.
Okay. All right, let me take this person here. We'll go to our guest. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Tony Brooks, back from the townships of Johnsonville.
Okay, Brooks.
Yeah, I want to get details to the studio guys, but let me go straight to the issue about the Walker code. Mr. Sir, I'm not sure the Walker code will come in this Walker regime. I'm not too sure.
Okay, you think so, eh?
I'm not too sure. You can record it. I'm not sure that the war crime code will come in this blogger regime because the people that surround it, number one, it is alleged that Brent Johnson supported blogger to prevent this war crime code. So I'm not too sure that this code will come in this regime. Thank you very much. My name is Tony Bruce again.
Okay, Tony Bruce. But they said Brent Johnson supported this government because there was need for rescue. And that's why they went on a campaign called Rescue. Okay. Madam Tia, you listen to all of the calls. Yeah. Yeah. President, we are. Waka, yeah.
We have to come together. I appeal to all of us. Let's put our hand around this president. They walk and go, they did it. He's the president of this country. He has the right to do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? You know exactly what he wants.
Do you see it coming?
Anytime. They didn't have the job yet. Then why you're forcing, why you're not talking about development?
So then what was the change you were asking for? Do you see it coming? Do you think President Boakai will establish this code? Madam Cecilia.
Everybody who has something to do with the water should come to see so that peace can come. So why nobody want peace?
Madam Cecilia, I will have to take sports. Let's get your parting statement right here this morning.
The foreign minister of Madam Sarah,
Best Lord, to serve. And just before you leave, there's a name that is nominated as well. Former Representative Francis Sakdayimale as Minister of Internal Affairs. You think he should be confirmed? Man, you're doing it.
I don't know him. Somebody don't know. I never read about him. I don't know what happened. So I get the it's all they want. But I'm talking about people like Councilor Kura,
Gregory Kumo, A.B. Kuma. I know your people you want for them to be confirmed. So, Madam. He's not conflicted. Despite of him being from the MDR as chairman. Thank you so kindly this morning for.
Thank you, Mr. President. Take your time, Patrick.
You stay with him.
Do the boss. Make your right decision. You be here for long time. You provide for everybody. Don't let people run you crazy.
And you stay waiting for your own name to go on the executive mansion website.
I can't say I don't want a job. If the president see me and qualify me and say this for you, I will do it right.
Thank you so kindly for coming this morning. Wish you all the best. Hope that your name can surface on the executive mansion website too, because you're really fronting for your friends. Hope that they Madam Cecilia Tia has been here as our first segment guest. Going to take you through with sports right here on the TBS right here now. Open Tap as we are live.
196.1 Hard and Soul of Liberia, the Truth Breakfast Show. Nami Tabia is here with this post development this morning. Nami, good morning.
Chorus, good morning, everyone. The Civil Law Court at the Temple of Justice has ruled in favor of Club's President Association of Liberia and Crystal Holding CEO Christian Jiplewia in an action to recover chartered against the Liberian National Police. It can be recalled Weah petitioned the court in December to recover 12,000 United States dollars that was forcefully and wrongfully taken from him by the LMPs Victor Buya and Sam Barra, who asked him to accompany them and to contribute to police charity event on November 5, 2023. Buya continued that then Police Inspector General Patrick Suru was informed about the extortion and blackmail but couldn't get his money, thus forcing him to seek legal redress. The police alleged when Buya was arrested on November 3, 2023 and taken to their office, he attempted bribing them with 100,000 United States dollars, but brought forth 11,000 United States dollars, which they seized as proceeds of crime and ordered him arrested. In his ruling on 31 January 2024, Judge Usman Fekir said Suru, Buya, and Barra did not file their answer to Weah's complaint after the statutory period, but also neglected to accept to his sureties and file a counterbond to indemnify him within the statutory period. The defendants bid to circumvent the rule of law by seeking a writ of arrest for Weah on triumph on charges. Through the Monrovia City Court was immediately not prosecuted through the legal intervention of his lawyer, Councillor Arthur Johnson, who represented Weah in action to recover charter. Raphael Angels and Shatter Angels will battle in the Liberia Football Association Women's Upper League at Antoinette Tottenham Stadium at 3:30 p.m. this Friday. The games will continue on Saturday with Just FC taking on Soccer Ambassador at 12:30 p.m. at the Samarkand Sports Complex practice pitch. Blanco FC and F Angels will come face to face at the Tusa Feet at 12:30 p.m. in continuation of the league. Defending champions Determined Girls will welcome Ria Munja at Antoinette Tottenham Stadium at 12:30, while sister clubs Senior Female Professionals and Stages Queens will clash at 12:30 on Sunday at the Samarkand Sports Complex practice pitch. Ambassadors FC and Barca Girls will clamor all of the women's upper league fixtures for the weekend. Nigeria and Angola will battle at 1900 Greenwich Town, while DR Congo and Guinea will meet at 2200 Greenwich Town on Saturday, February the 10th of February. Mali and Africans will battle at 7, while Cape Verde and South Africa meet at 10. American club Bay FC have signed Nigeria striker Asisat Oshoala from Barcelona Women's for an undisclosed fee. The 29-year-old, who was named African Women's Footballer of the Year for a safe turn in December, has signed a deal until 2026 with the option of a third year with the National Women's Soccer League, the NWSL team. Oshoala won 4 league titles, Champions League twice, and 8 domestic cups during 5 years in Spain, where she had 5 months to run on her contract with the Catalan club. Asisat is a proven goal scorer at the most elite levels of world football. Bay FC General Manager Lucy Rushton said Oshoala, who previously had spells with Liverpool and Arsenal, scored 117 goals in 162 appearances for Barca, who she joined from the Chinese side Dalian Quanjian in 2019. She was the first African woman to win a Champions League title in 2021, having already become the first African woman to score in a final in 2019. Oshoala, who has been nominated for the Ballon d'Or twice, joins Bay FC as the giant Josie-based outfit prepare for their first NWSL campaign as the American top flight expands to 14 clubs. And finally, Fulham are close to securing the services of Chelsea striker Armando Broja on loan for the rest of the season. Broja 22 has made 19 appearances across all competitions for Chelsea this campaign, scoring 2 goals. The Albanian international was also a target for Wolves and AC Milan this month. He missed half of the 2022-23 season after rupturing his anterior cruciate ligament in December 2022. Broja is a graduate of Chelsea's academy and has scored 3 goals in 38 appearances since making his debut against Everton in March 2020. Fulham sit 12th in the Premier League, 2 places and 6 points behind Chelsea, and just 6 teams have scored fewer than their tally of 28 goals in 2023-24. That's all from our sports desk.
Well, many thanks there to Naomi Tapia for bringing us TBS polls. This one, Naomi will be here next week, Monday, with another interesting development here on the Truth Breakfast Show. Today is Friday, and of course, it is the day that is set aside, especially once it is Friday. It is our responsibility to be here to bring to you what is happening around our country and some interesting development coming out shortly. At our final segment guest is Honorable Priscilla Cooper, District 5 Representative Monserrato County, going to be our final segment guest once we get Singler. That she's already here. We're going to be ushering her in to start this discussion here. And I know there are lots of issues that she would love to talk about, looking at her district, so issues centering on plans for district number 5 here in Monserrato County. Some of her plans at the level of capital building. What are some law that she has on her plate to be able to present, to push among those 73 representatives to make sure that that law can be passed and sent to the Senate. Once passed from the Senate, go to the president and, of course, sign and print it into hand bills. And once that is done, whether that will benefit the Liberian people, what level of change or improvement, because mind you now, the objective of electing a representative is to make good laws, that will impact the life of the ordinary people. Another one is to carry on the oversight responsibility. And of course, those are reasons that Liberians, the electors will go to the pool to vote those leaders to perform those cardinal responsibility. And of course, once that is done, then they believe that those good laws will benefit them. But not in the case of our country, Liberia now. Before you are sent to those positions, you will hear the electors recommending for the construction of hand pumps in their community, or the construction of pit latrines in our communities. You need to face the community bridge, connect roads. You need to build hospitals. You need to build palaba house. You need to send the children to school. You need to pay hospital bills, and what have you. You even need to be able to pay transportation fare for students in the communities. These are ordinary issues that the people really want from the leader. But on the other hand, too, the Constitution provides that once you are elected to that position, your reason is to make laws. Mind you, most of them who got elected in that position, they are only focusing on those issues that were requested by those electors in their favorite district. And most of them are not focusing. Ask some of them who spend about 12 years or 6 years at the level of the House of Representatives. Ask, so how many bills were they able to present on the floor? And what are some of those bills were able to be passed successfully? What are some of those bills are making impact in the country? When you ask about them, you only hear most of them saying that, oh yes, I introduced this bill. introduce this bill, but not just the power of introducing the bill. The power is to also introduce, make sure that bill will be able to pass, sent to the Senate, and all of the processes it had to go through before it printed into hand bills, and it starts, immediate activity workings in the country. Those are reasons that people will say, yeah, this is a lawmaker, this is my representative. But not in the case of what we're observing now in our country. Most of them who have spent about 12 years and, of course, 18 years. And, of course, you can name the rest. Most of them are there because they adhere to the request of those electors in their communities. So they will go up to build hand pumps. They will go up to, build these latrines, do the road constructions, pay hospital bills. Whenever, for example, the WEF deliver safety, they will go there and buy the set of top. Some of those reasons are some reasons that people say, okay, because you bought my wife a top set when she gave birth, so I will go back and vote to you to power. Or because there in the morning you can give me recess, or you can buy my copybooks, or what have you. But national government have their own responsibilities, and you as a lawmaker too, you have your own responsibilities. But once the national government fail to adhere to its responsibilities, now you lawmaker too, you start doing your own project. Your little money that you get at the end of the month from the covers of the national government is the money that you look at to say, yeah, I have to do the project. Because when the people are requesting you as the lawmaker to do projects, they don't know what the cost of that project is going to be. They will only go and recommend to you. And you look into your conservation, you got family responsibilities to handle. And of course, but because you were elected by the people, you want to remain there to say, yes, let me see what to do. Then that's the time that looking at the little money you receive from government, you got to go extra miles now to take money from bank and lobby with companies and concessions in your area to be able to get some money from them to be able to carry on those projects. And sometimes you go to those companies and say, look, I'm the representative of this place. I need something for you guys. I'm appealing, I'm begging, my people need this one, that one. Once that agreement is between you and the company, and then once the community people has an issue with that company and they call on you as the representative that, due to ill treatment receiving from those companies, they no longer believe that they want to see the company operating because the company is not adhering to the agreement that was signed. So they want you as a representative to stand their ground to make sure that that company needs to leave. Those are other issues that can play in. Then you will not get a face as a representative now to go back to the company and say, my citizens are complaining, so please pack and leave. You can do that because you too you are going to bear with that company. But we hope that our guest, once she enters in, we're going to be we'll take a very short break here. Always GSM to be right back.
Honest, we don't worry about the connection. Oh, there's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. Small dollar sale. I can reach out my West Macaulay and enjoy with confidence.
To activate, dial *888# or subscribe via My Orange app. $1 gives you 50 minutes on net calls and 5 minutes off net calls, or the same dollar gives you 500 megabytes of data. Valid 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network, certified by Ookla second time in a row. Visit our website, www.orange.com.lr, or call 111 for more information.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
The 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations Finals will take place in the Ivory Coast from January to February 2024. And EcoBank is giving away a ticket to the grand final slated for February 11th, 2024. To be a part, simply grab a Visa prepaid card from any EcoBank branch or create a virtual card and shop online. You can also use EcoBank Visa prepaid card to pay for goods and services online or shop at restaurants, supermarkets, boutiques, and at petrol trade filling stations when you buy fuel. Every transaction gives you a point, so multiple transactions equals multiple points, and multiple points give you a better chance to go to the Total Energies CAF African Cup of Nations Cote d'Ivoire 23 Finals. So grab yourself a prepaid card now or create a virtual card for all your online transactions and book a seat at AFCON 2023 finals. Terms and conditions apply. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Indeed, EcoBank, your Pan-African Bank. Go and get your prepaid card. Don't say you were not told. Of course, don't say you were not told. Let's go to the District 1 Miami County this morning. I'm told that the citizens in that part of the area opposite the barracks are having a set in action. They want back what they refer to belongs to them. But let me talk to Timothy this morning from Timothy, good morning. You're live on the radio.
Good morning, Augustine, and good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia and Miami County, and especially the wonderful people of Duazo.
Timothy, what are you gathering for this morning? I'm told you are right up outside the barracks where you have the 40 military hospital. Where there are some units being built. You are there this morning. What are you there for?
Yeah, we moved here this morning to demand our just benefit for a criminal company organized by Mohammed.
How can you say a criminal company? what are the facts?
They are illegally occupying the property.
Which property they are illegally allegedly occupying by you?
The property that belongs to the Duazo people that opposite the military barrack. The military took the barrack, they took the piece of land years back to do military purpose. When they ceased to do military business, they went on to criminally give it to a company named Melina Construction Company.
People will not just go about taking land, especially to carry out such a huge investment. They will have to go through the procedures. Perhaps they went through the procedures. So did you go into any agreement with them? And what was the agreement you went into?
No, we don't have any agreement with them. We have the administrator of Duazo have previous agreement with the military, which is the Ministry of National Defense. And over the years, the Ministry of National Defense has reneged on those agreements and the promises made. And that has prompted the citizen action this morning.
So you said, what's the company name?
Melina Construction Company.
So what actually do you want from them this morning?
We are here to ask them to cease to operate until they can meet the administrator of Duazo and settle all legal matter with the administrator of Duazo.
You think?
So if you see people on your property, you ask the right to come and ask, hey, you have to stop until you can do the raffle thing.
You think you're doing the rightful thing? Why don't you go to the land commissioner? Maybe they got the land through the office of the land commissioner.
We are there on the land commission time in number. We are going accountable. We are moved. The legal authority of land, they are aware. The commission of the land authority is aware. The legal man, Kura Jasi, is aware. They have so many meetings. They are no good fruit. They are only bearing story after story. So today we are here to do what we call a sit-in action to bring the attention. Today we are here in the numbers. Hundreds of people are gathered here this morning. And after today, we will proceed with unspecified action in the coming days.
So I guess this construction company will not just wake up and go about investing hugely in an area where that is not belonging to them. Have you been able to establish from the elders as to whether they did not give that area to this construction company to construct units?
Engaged the construction company, and the company has refused to give a dime to the administrator, neither the error board.
So are you demanding money or you want back the land?
We are demanding both. If they give us, if they can return the land, we will accept it. But we are here to bring the attention.
So what exactly, what is the actual thing you want? The money that they promise you? And if they promise you any money, what did they say they would have given you?
No, we have not, as I said, for the very generous, we have not reached an agreement with the company. The error have engaged them countless time, and they are refused.
They are refused on what now? To give you?
They are refused to the demand of the error council and the administrators.
How many acres of land are we talking about?
Thousands of acres. And I also have the statue of Duazo here with me.
So is he not in the know of this construction company that is working there?
Okay, I'm putting the township on statue of Twason. The statue of Twason, he will tell you that we have engaged these people on numerous occasions, and everything has failed to materialize.
But Timothy, what am I asking you is, do you need to go at that lens side, or why didn't you go to the authority and see as to whether you could handle things? Is it that you made effort and they don't want to listen to you?
Every effort proved unsuccessful. We have engaged the military authority, we have engaged the lay authority, even the former mayor and the former mayor commission in President Jotora. We have engaged him on numerous occasions and we failed. So today we are having a city action to draw the attention of the company and also the government of Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
We'll issue an official statement, and thereafter we'll proceed to the national security advisor, the current national security advisor, in President Samuel Kofi Wu, to do a formal complaint, and we'll proceed to the authority to see if the people there are still there.
Okay. Timothy will do a follow on what you have said, and if this construction manager is listening, we'll hope to talk to him this morning as well. Thank you so kindly. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. I was nice talking to you.
Timothy there from my advisor. We hope to speak with this administrator of the Millennium Construction Committee as it relates to less encroachment online. But we couldn't get our guest this morning because we've been told that she's in meeting. She's in an executive meeting. But we will talk briefly on appointments that are made at the House of Representatives on various committees. Because, mind you, it's good that we talk on these appointments of committee heads and committee members. It's good that we talk on them. Because some of the communications that are preferred on the floor of the plenary are often taken to committee rooms. And when you go to committee rooms, you see that there are more communications in those committee rooms. And sometimes people say when communication enter committee rooms, it doesn't come out easily. We do not want that to be as usual. But before we go to that, let me say good morning to you. The Honorable Dr. Buffer Chimos, good morning to you. I refer to you as a very successful man because it is written in history, and the records are there that you are very successful. You serve as speaker for 6 years. There are other great guys who didn't enjoy that from their colleagues. You have the likes of Edwin Snow. You have the likes of Eddie Statter. You have the likes of Senator Emmanuel Nogwe. They didn't go that length of time. I think Tyler was around 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, something like that. And it's 2 years, 3 years. And that was just it. And for you, due to, I want to say this. I think it is based on your leadership style. You were able to provide that leadership that took you successfully to 6 years. You've been a speaker, because I know how debates are organized over there. Sometimes on the floor, you just see somebody will come up with some kind of allegation. They will come up with some kind of debate. And you were able to manage that flow for 6 good years. I know there are times that Raymond came out that there were some attempts to remove you, but how you managed to continuously preside over that 54th legislature, that's one of the secrets. I think people who want to be speaker, who are speaker now and deputy speaker, should be asking you how you manage. Because I know on many occasions how you were addressed by people like Representative Yeke Kodoba, who even go as far as on your desk, and I mean, you were always composed. You were always, resilient. You were not emotional. And I think that is good of a leader, to always not be emotional, because when you get emotional, when you carry that feeling, sometimes you do things that are outside of leadership. And I think that is one of the factors responsible for you going through 6 years as speaker of that 54th legislature among men and women. For you to have served that level of time, I want to say congratulations. You're not at the legislature again, but I know that your expertise are still needed. And I know that they will be tapped on. Your expertise will be tapped on, and I know that society still needs you. The society needs you a lot, and you have a lot to contribute to this country. You necessarily do not have to contribute to society in the legislature. If not through the legislature, there are other branches of government. There are all areas. The private sector is there as well. You can also impact society in the private sector. you can as well impact people. Yeah, in the private. There are people within the private sector that are impacting, that are making great impact. And I think you can also be one of those, in that much that you were able to impact people when you were in public sector. I believe that you have the ability to do such in the private sector if for any reason that you will not be in government for now. So thank you, congratulations to you, Anthony Williams as well, who won the election in Plebo-Solican District. For your victory, wish you all of the best. We pray that as the people have reposed their confidence in you to serve them, you will do in the interest of the people and Liberia at large. You will not see yourself as the demagogue of the district. You will submit yourself. You will reduce your height. You will reduce whatever that a man should do to serve in the interest of humanity. You will do that. Congratulations to all of you. I also want to say congratulations to the man who won Nima County District 4, Representative Gobu Gago as well. Congratulations to you. And we are also awaiting the certification of our Representative Thomas Goswa of Grand Bassa County. I'm told he's been declared victorious, if not winner, but the certification has not taken place. Mind you, he was not part of those who formed part of the speakership election. So he's yet to be named on a committee because he's not been certificated. His certificate has to be blood proof, and then he has to be indicted, and then the pronouncement as to which committee he's going to head will be there. Now, let me come to committees appointed chairpersons at the House of Representatives. You know, like we told people over the time, misplacement brings about poor performances. Misplacement brings about poor performance. When a person is misplaced, what do we mean by a person is being misplaced? When you are a nurse and you are taken to go do, if you are a nurse and maybe you elected as representative, you should be on the health committee. You should not be taken to the committee on judiciary. What do you know about legal proceedings? And that's why you see sometimes most of our leaders are misled because of their advisors, or if not because of their surroundings. And I see people gradually being misplaced as well. And as well that I see people also placed in their original areas. In their original areas. In their original areas. Yesterday, there were some committees named. And I can give you a few. I know some of the committees that will really perform at the legislature. I know the committee on executive headed by Emmanuel Dan, though for me, I want to be very particular. I was not anticipating his name to be chair on executive. I was looking at Representative Richard Kuhn. But again, it is at the will and pleasure of the speaker, in keeping with the House's standing rules, to appoint. So the speaker, in his wisdom, chose Emmanuel Dan. And I know that committee from the few interactions, what I have seen, his flexibility, I think he will do well. Because people who serve in that committee, like Akaras Gray, when you get to such a committee, sometimes your ego increased. Akaras Gray could not easily listen to people. He thought he was the only one of the day. He thought he was the mayor of the day. And he said, it is often said that iron sharpens iron. So just as the people gave you their power, and he thought you were the only one to be the demon god, they took their power back. So that committee is a very strong and powerful committee. Committee on executive is powerful. You like a liaison officer between the executive and the legislature. You know what a liaison officer is. You know what I mean. The president wants to have some discussion with the legislature. It will be initiated by you. The president will call you. If the president doesn't want to call the speaker immediately, or the leadership of the House immediately, they will call the chair on executive. And if the leadership, if not, the House of Representatives wants to have some conversation with the executive and don't want to call the president immediately because they know sometimes calling the president, you might not get the president. They will instruct their chairperson on executive to meet the presidency and speak to the president on whatever discussion they want to have. The president will send communication and may have an exclusive interest and may want an immediate action to be taken. He communicates that as well with the chairperson of the executive. The executive will communicate that with the leadership of the House, and they will see the need to lobby with colleagues to ensure that the needed things are done. Same go with other committees as well. Good committee, the public accounts, I trust the ability, the financial ability of the man who is was on. He's not going to be Internal Affairs Minister for Lofa County. No. His Internal Affairs, he's going to be a confirmed. He's going to be Internal Affairs Minister for people that counties that he talked about. He will have to go to the River G. He will have to go to the River Seth. He will have to go to the Bong. He will have to go to the Nimba. He will also have to go to other counties like Maryland, the Gwenku, the Magiri. Because we know that he's going to work with the local government structure, the superintendent, the chiefs and elders. We know that. So again, we are with the conviction that the senators will do the honorable thing. Because, like the president said, this should not be business as usual. And that's why you see, Mr. President, we are calling upon you that every government lines and ministries, especially the RRA, the MPA, you have done. The Liberia Civil Aviation Authority, this area should not be left open, Mr. President. Oh, yes, this area should not be left open. In a much that I do not know the fellow that is being named as officer in charge. I'm told he's a security personnel. I mean, that to spearhead the activities of the airport as in the meantime. But I think the just honorable thing needs to be done, that you have qualified and competent, inclusive, with experienced people at that airport. We know so many noise came from that airport. Now, you know what happening now? People crying of areas. You have to settle those areas. We're talking about people talking about 4 miles now, no pay. So you don't need any joker. You need somebody serious because you have a liability. And I don't want to blame you. That liability was created by the CDC government. They were to pay the people. Before December 31st, the people were to be paid. Why Samuel did not pay the people? And this is one thing we talk about here. On many occasions, we talk about how to behave. We talk about his lackadaisical attitude towards this issue of salary in this country. And that brother remained very lackadaisical, careless until he left the position. He was so defiant to the extent that on many occasions, the legislature sent for him specifically. The House of Representatives sent for him. He didn't go. That brother was so defiant. He was so arrogant. I don't know what attitude to use on Samuel 12 this morning. Because he created the situation at the RRA. How can people be working for you? You not pay them and you go to intellectual center making all of the big mobs. And you think the people should satisfactorily get in the line and go in the sun, in the rain, and vote you again. Because voting President Weah was maintaining you in power. And these are some of the reasons why President Weah lost elections. These are some of the reasons he lost the election. Because there were people, or there are people who believe that voting President Weah will mean maintaining Samuel Tuwe and the rest of the guys who perform poorly in the CC government in their positions. And must very self-agree with that. Oh, yes. You knew for the well, Minister Tuwe, that your government was turning over as of January 22nd. By Tuwe knew you'll be having another government. You were to pay the people. You were to ensure that salaries. As of December 31st, there will be no liability for the incoming government. But you left those liabilities. And that's why you see, Mr. President, when you see I called upon you to ensure that you have an immediate boss so that the Senate can confirm that person. So that because the president has a lot of work to do at the RRA. We go to the RRA, we see the RRA, and we see what is being needed there. Every time we cry for current issue, and that's why you see our front at Firestone this morning. The HR, I remember in our news, we carry her voice talking about how current is essential. It boosts the economy. You know, the committees around stuff. She's sad. I mean, she's there. She's aware. It's a Firestone. Are you unable to even support a department of the RRI with electricity? How many gallons of fuel do you get with the RRI? Your people plant. I mean, they come through the country through the RRI. They come to the plantation through the RRI. And you sat there. You got high tension lines passing over people. The Cotton Tree, the Battle Farm, the Doylestown, the Peter Town, you name the rest of the area. Even the Brown Town that you polluted, there are high tension lines all passing there. You don't know that this area need, the businesses in those areas need to boom. You don't know that there should be electricity. You don't know that. And that's why, Mr. President, we are calling upon you to make an appointment that will immediately start the workings of the airport. We know how RRA used to be. Some of us will live around there. When RRA was RRA, when they said today is pay day, we will feel the impact. Yes, we were not living at the airport. I was not living small notice. I was living as far as Cotton Tree, but when the workers take pay, you will feel the impact because we had friends that were working with the RRA. We have friends that were working with the RRA, and they could reach out to us. They will stretch their hands to us. But when you keep people on a job for 2, 3, 4 months, they are not paid, they become discouraged. And there where you see the bosses now, they don't have that face to able execute the function for which they supposed to. How can you be a boss, man? And you're not taking care of areas, and you think the workers should come in the morning, they be clapping their hands, dancing onto you, and you think they should be happy with what you do. So that issue of RRA, I think the president, Mr. President, the officer in charge, that is not enough. You need MD proper. You need an MD proper at the RI and that of the Liberia Civil Aviation. You need MD proper. You don't need somebody to say caretaker. We don't want caretaker. Caretakers always causing problems because they are not sure of being there. Appoint somebody proper. You were here when Martin Hayes was appointed. He came from the security center. You were here when Martin Hayes was appointed. You saw how many crowds people cry. People talk about him. Why do you want to make the same mistake? Why do you want to make the same mistake, Mr. President? For me, I'm with the ultimatum that you will do the honorable thing. I'm with the ultimatum that you do the honorable thing, because for those of us who know ourselves, who are human, we do not take decisions that we regret. And that's why I want to be careful on how your appointments are being done. Like you doing it so slow. The many said, I think like our first guest this morning said, you don't want to appoint somebody who will disappoint you. But Mr. President, these areas are security areas. You don't need that area to be vulnerable. You don't need it open. You don't need a caretaker. You need a manager. You don't need a caretaker. You need a manager. The man who will manage the day-to-day affairs of that airport, that will be accountable unto the Liberian people. When there is no light on the runway, he must be able to tell us why there is no lighting system on the runway. When the ACs are not cooling in the various areas, the managing director must be able to tell us why. When there is poor electricity at the airport, the MD, the man who is managing that area, must be able to tell us. And that's why we call upon you to do the honorable thing. Besides, I don't know what agreement countries talk to you during the campaign to say, oh, when we support you win, you give a ministerial position. For me, that is not my judgment. That because 65% of the population, of voting population in that country voted for you, so you must get all the ministerial jobs. No, Mr. President, it should not be that way. Whoever is pressurizing you, that because the 85% of the voting population voted you, so you must get in ministries, those important, if not all the ministries are important, you should get the SYZ ministries. Mr. President, no, that is not what you should be looking for. And I know that is not what you're looking for. You're looking for the people that have the ability to execute, to bring the needed results. Liberians want results. There is no time. There is no time. Liberians want results. We'll interact with the public briefly. And of course, by 10 o'clock, we'll leave you this morning on the weekend. And I know that my niece is listening. My niece will listen because he's a listening person. And I don't know anybody to be a human that doesn't listen. And I'm with a conviction that he will listen, that there will not be an officer in charge. There will be a manager at the airport. In the coming days, the president will appoint a manager. Oh, yes. 0776296659. 07. And not just a manager, a competent and qualified manager. And I gave myself away that music. And Mr. President, I'm waiting to recommend names to you that you can look among those names and take somebody. Then you can bring your deputies. Because in a merge that he know the job, who can do a job? So they will lead to fail so that, and they forget to know that when he failed, you as a president, you fail. And the country fail. Let me talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother. Mr. I don't know the name, but thank you this morning that you permitted me to speak to issues. I'm Hello Caddy, calling from Bomi County.
Okay.
I want to speak to a specific issue this morning. Let me say thank you for the beautiful topics on the discussion. And when it comes to key and trendy issue regarding our country, I've been listening this morning and listening to your studio guest. I'm so overwhelmed. She said a lot. Some were true, some are not true, but I think she was right there on point on those ones that need to be accepted.
Right.
Let us go. I'm on the plantation here, the plantation called Mano.
Mano.
You know, brother, I don't know your name, but there are issues on the Mano plantation.
I'm Augustine, sir.
Come again?
Augustine, sir, my name.
Okay. See, Augustine, sir. I'm a resident of Bajake. Bajake is in the middle of the Senya district, the Mano plantation, that the current CEO called Hazan Fadel is Henry after sending that they left.
Okay.
When you enter to this plantation, our people live with desperation. Our people are not being treated fairly when it comes to salary, it comes to job security, it comes to protection of our work on the farm in terms of safety. It's a serious issue.
Okay.
And then when it comes to electricity, Can you imagine electricity has passed through here, enter Ramasport, enter the Bowwater side, all towns and villages enjoying the electricity. Our people at the level of the plantation was denied electricity only because one white man stood there and denied the pound from being removed for life to be planted, but citizens that live on the Mobile Highway accepted their plum tree, their coconut tree were cut down, and they allowed the electricity to pass through. Towns and villages in Bomi are benefiting our current. But when it comes to the 22 camps, the 11 towns and villages surrounding the Saint David plantation, currently called the Mano plantation, that has been taken care of the CEO called Hazard Fadel from the beer, opposite beer, I think they were in a company, Marco, beer, right near beer factory.
Okay, let me go you there and talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine. Augustine, let me appreciate this morning for your elaboration when it comes to the appointment of RIA and aviation. We don't need RT. We need people who are managers because those are key positions over there. President Parker, do everything possible. Get my Gideons, get other people who are qualified and competent. And before the game, let us look at the horse. And I believe when you win an election, you go and know application.
Right.
And Christian person, why you sue them? Understand? But you get poor position, push up, not call out to that position. And honorable guy is a tree and see a cut there, that is over there. And those are people get put in position, but you have a poor position. Okay, I believe it's not good for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. Let's hear you.
This is the voice of Moses James from Bonard Farm, District 4, Motherado County.
Okay, Moses.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for your elaboration and it's a message to the rescue father, that is President Joseph Yuma Gwakai. I want to say your nominations that you are doing very slowly. We recommend that those people who are qualified are well experienced. If you are going to nominate them and upon the waiting of the Senate to confirm them, let it be done swiftly so that we cannot have having some of those important steps of the government. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Let me just talk to two more calls and call it a day right here on the True Breakfast Show. Good morning. Let me talk to you.
Good morning, Maka. This is Abin.
This is Augustine, sir.
Augustine, sir. Very sorry. This is Abin Cook, and I joined from Bureau Committee District number 5. I'm very sorry that our resident were able to be on the show because we got so many issues we are about to ask for concerning on road you pay in the 5,000. But let me appreciate President Parker. But the government has to kind of ask him to speed up the appointment so they will start to work. And because you take one more, what the guy was 7 on the KP because you're gone. And we'll say well now. So we have got to ask him. President Parker, they speed up and let it send it. Look, that hot on Sunday is not the way for confirming you go there and we go to a group of people. No, let it go do the work.
Okay.
You have to go ahead.
All right, we'll take one more call right there. You are our last call right there. Let me talk to you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Balu Mohamed F from Lajo District 15.
Okay.
It is of the fact that the appointment, it is actually slow, like the NPA, the water and sewer, and the rest of the area you are calling. It is true. And we just have to give the party a time. Even you talk of Honorable Francis Imani, position they giving us internal affairs minister, right? I believe, and we are with the optimism that I believe the reason for which they are given such a position to Francis Imani is the statement he made before to know his strength, how to reconcile with people.
Okay.
As the head of the local government.
I get you. Okay, we're going off the line. Let me just squeeze into here. Good morning. Good morning.
He was stressing a very significant information, especially about those who are then appointed to statutory committee in the national legislature. But you did not call a particular name, but I want to be particular, and you are quite excellent. Most of the work at the legislature is done in committee rooms, and what experience, what credentials, what knowledge, like for example, is here
Tosia gone off the line. Sorry, so kindly sorry. But that's how I would love to leave you right here on the Friday edition of the True Breakfast Show, the TBS. Tosia has been our last final caller right here. So we didn't cut you off. You went off the line. Thank you for your listening, bro. Thanks to all of you who've been following us on our Truth FM Real TV page. Just before we leave you, never trouble until trouble troubles you. President Bwaka must succeed. Liberia must win. Do have yourself a pleasant and a lovely weekend. It's been Augustine Sa and Kovis Kanga.